Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. In the last episode, Commander Shepard picked up, well, not in the last episode really, but we did finally officially have Ashley on our team. I guess they transferred her or something. We reached the Citadel, which, by the way, look at the scale of this place. Or rather the concept, but don't look over there, it looks weird, like the sky is wrapping up and disappearing. That's the only thing that weirded me out when I saw this, but the idea of this place, it's really awesome, it's really amazing. It looks beautiful, it looks stunning. But anyway, yeah, we reached the Citadel. That's what this place is called. And we're supposed to go to, I think, the Citadel Tower for our mission. Now, this is the map of this area. It's pretty large. And right now we are in Udina's office. He's basically the human ambassador. But anyway, I think I do want to go probably to the tower first before I start exploring anything. I'll be honest. Maybe apart from Udina's office. That's about it, really. Ooh. Well, let's hack his computer. That's really nice, don't you think so? Alliance Patrol Report. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings, during a patrol of the Argus Row cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for that sector. Do we want to send in a recon team? And I guess that's gonna be our side quest. Yeah, see, unusual readings. Go to the Hydra system and investigate. I'm not sure investigate what, just I guess generally investigate the system. That's about it, really. The reports are really vague, and the big downside of the Mass Effect games in general is the fact that these quest logs are really vague. And also, you cannot really read journals. Not in this game. You can do that in the second game of sorts, like on the computer terminal and stuff like that. But not in this one, which always kind of weirded me out during certain quests. But we'll get to that later. Now, is there anything for me to explore? Not really. Do you want to chat?
Big place.
I know, right?
Sure is peaceful here. Big place.
Really? That's the only thing you can
Sure
say?
is peaceful here.
Aw, that sucks. What about you, Ashley? Do you actually want to face me?
I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
Ouch! That's rude.
Well, they've built themselves quite the lake. Wonder if anyone ever drowned in it.
Really, that's what crosses your mind when you see this? If anyone has ever drowned? Maybe, perhaps, if there was a malfunction with one of those air vehicles. Anti-grav aircraft.
This place is a little too perfect. Like they're hiding something.
Perhaps, perhaps not. We'll see, I guess. I guess she doesn't really have much to say. Now, we could go to the right, but nah. We'll come back later. All in due time. Ooh, a locked door. Now there is our few couple of aliens.
The Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
And we got our electronic guide over here, but we also got the embassy receptionist. But look at this, we got some alien denizens over here, or citizens, I guess. And humans too, like us.
The Presidium.
I see some Turian over there, and the other two, maybe we'll get an update about them. Let's talk to the receptionist, and then we'll talk to the Avina.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
Excuse me, taking a drink of water. anything about this location?
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
And I will.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I can understand that. I guess that's it. Nothing else to talk about. Goodbye.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Ooh, we got a level up in a codex update. Is that related to the races? No, apparently not. Probably more about the Citadel, but I think we'd wanna
Welcome
go to the tower first.
Allow me to be your guide.
And then maybe access that one later.
Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
Are you real? That's a good question.
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
Okay, well, let's start with this CSEC, I guess.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Interesting. Why were we opposed?
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
Well, that does make sense why the other races would be, how to say this? Kind of salty, I guess? Because, if I remember correctly, or not, I don't think any of them do serve on the Council. I think it's the other main races. So they might also feel like that it's not quite justified, I guess?
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Solarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
Why weren't they made a council race?
The Council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster. It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
That's pretty damn arrogant.
I apologize if my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
Interesting, interesting. Well, I did notice maybe slight bias, perhaps? Tiny bit. I mean, you can tell when she was talking about the humanity. Like, even though she's a virtual program, right? She did say something like, regarding humans, despite the vocal opposition, but I'm like, you yourself said you don't really have an opinion. You're pre-programmed to say what you're supposed to say. So, well, you understand, I think, right? That someone probably put a little bit of their own bias in it regarding certain aspects, and that's why she kind of came across as that, which is interesting.
Do you know anything about specters?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Solarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion. Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
And that's all about what we can get from Avina.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and
at
thank
least,
you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
You're welcome, but at least that's what we can get from this Avina. Yes, there's multiple Avinas throughout the entire of Citadel, and including this map as well. So, if I remember correctly, I believe the Avina over here might give more information than the Avina over here. So it might be a good idea to maybe walk around a little more. Or at least I'll access them as we reach each area. For now, we can go to the one at the Citadel Tower. That should be somewhere on this side. There's also some fast travel of sorts. It's called rapid transit, but since this is the first time we are on the Citadel, we're gonna be pretty much just following the directions. To Citadel Tower. The Citadel Tower is the tall white structure far to your left across the plaza. It houses the council and is the heart of the Citadel politics. Oh, so there's some slight descriptions. Two wards. The elevator down to the wards is located across the plaza to your left. There you will find cores, then Flux, the markets, and the medical center. To CSEC Academy. The elevator to the CSEC Academy is located down the ramp just past the embassies to your right. The Alliance docking bay can be found there. Okay, so I guess that's where we came from. Where our ship is right now. However, if you notice, a lot of areas are kind of locked for us. So, I mean, I can show you right now. If we go down here somewhere, I think. Or not. There should be one. Yeah, there is one. You see that door over there? I believe it leads to, yeah, CSEC Academy, but it's locked. You must talk to the council to gain access to the wards. That's kind of another reason why I first want to talk to the council before exploring anything else. Because a lot of it is getting locked. And in order to have a lot more access to the content, I'm gonna talk to them first. Is this the council? I'm wondering where... Wait, is this really... I think it's not. Oh, it's not. Okay. It's a rapid transit and to the wards access. Oh, okay, gotcha. Really nice place, right? Oh, who are you? The
Look
keeper.
at that bug thing over there. What's it doing?
Please do not disturb the keepers. Please do not disturb the keepers.
They're called the keepers, I guess. If I remember from the codex, they're the ones who maintain the citadel.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 2. You are standing near the base of the Citadel Tower, one of the Presidium's most recognizable and important structures. Behind me is the spectacular Relay Monument, a scale model representation of a Prothean mass relay. To your left is one of the keepers, the enigmatic caretakers of the Citadel, working on a control panel. You may see keepers involved in various tasks throughout all levels of the Citadel. We ask that you do not interfere with them in any way. The keepers are essential to the smooth operation of the Citadel. Obstructing their daily work will result in harsh penalties, including incarceration and rehabilitation.
Tell me more about the Relay Monument.
Discovered by the Asari who first arrived at the Citadel, the Relay Monument is one of the station's most interesting and controversial features. What is the meaning behind this striking piece of art? Is it a tribute to Prothean vanity? A reminder of their conquest of the galaxy through mass relay technology? Or perhaps it is a symbol of unity, a Prothean acknowledgement that the relays would eventually lead other species here to the Citadel. No one can say for sure, making the Relay Monument a favorite topic of discussion among academics and scholars.
Tell me about the Citadel Tower.
Housing both the council chambers and Citadel control, the tower is one of the most important buildings on the station. Access to these areas is restricted to those with the appropriate clearance.
So I guess we do have some kind of clearance to actually meet with the council. I mean, we have to.
What happens in Citadel Control?
Citadel Control handles all incoming and outbound transit. Every ship within 2,000 kilometers of the Citadel is under the jurisdiction of Citadel Control. At peak capacity, they are responsible for monitoring upwards of 1,000 vessels.
I'd like to hear more about the Council Chambers.
The business of the Council, which often has far-reaching effects on the galactic community, is conducted in a room at the apex of the Citadel Tower. The Council Chambers themselves are truly a magnificent sight to behold, though few get to experience the view in person. Typically, only the councilors, ambassadors, and high-ranking officials, along with various support staff, are allowed access.
What if someone has business with the Council?
The average citizen must go through the proper channels if they wish an audience with the Council. This is usually arranged through their respective ambassadors. Even then, few are given access to the actual Council chambers. In most cases, the ambassador acts on behalf of the citizen.
I'm scheduled to have an audience with the Council.
Only a handful of visitors to the Citadel are ever granted that privilege. I would be jealous, but that is outside the scope of my programming.
Interesting. I guess we can talk about the keepers.
I'd like to know more about the Keepers.
Little is known about these peaceful servants of the Citadel, though they are essential to the operation and maintenance of the entire station. Citadel regulations protect the Keepers against interference during the performance of their tasks. Failure to comply will result in harsh penalties. Keepers can be seen in all sections of the Citadel, but are typically found in and around the tower.
Any particular reason there are so many Keepers in this area?
The Keepers do not communicate with other species. It is assumed, however, that the tower houses the Citadel's primary control systems. Many of the station's systems, such as navigation and life support, function automatically. It is believed the Keepers operate those systems from inside the tower's inaccessible core. The Keepers also make frequent appearances in the Council chamber itself, though they appear to be just passing through on their way to some other destination.
Interesting.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
So, they just live their entire life just working, never communicating? I do kind of wonder why. Anyway, let's go to the tower. Might as well save. Or, she doesn't want to save. Okay, she can save over here. Interesting. Sorry, Kaden, I just pushed you out of the way.
The Council isn't gonna ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
Elevator music. That's kind of amusing. Oh, look at this place. Sorry, it's kind of hard to look at it because my character is right in the middle of the screen, but this is just majestic. The music, though, is very tense. Oh, well, there's a CSEC executor and someone called Garrus.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall them.
Stall the Council? Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Huh. Interesting. But he says he was in charge. I mean, the guy did say that he's pretty much done with the case or something. But, Shepard, she doesn't really quite know who he is, even though we did saw the subtitle name, but anyway.
Who were you just talking to?
That was Executor Palin, head of Citadel Security, my boss. He'll be presenting my findings on Saren to the Council.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
I hope so.
You don't want to keep the Council waiting.
Yeah, I know. The music is just tense overall while I'm exploring this place. And it's fantastic, it's beautiful. Gosh, like whoever did the concept for a lot of locations in this game, they must have had a lot of fun doing it, coming up with them and then putting them into actual 3D models, rendering, textures, lighting. Because look at the scale. It's just awesome. Oh, look, there's another keeper, but what's wrong with you? You kind of look down over there. And there's another rapid travel. This is just to show you what it looks like, kind of, when you access it. Anyone I can talk to? Before I meet the Council, that is. Perhaps, actually, you know what? No, you know what? I'll explore later. Well, there's Captain.
The hearing's already started. Come on.
On the way.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard, the one who let the beacon get destroyed.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
I don't like any of these reports, because you need to have a cool level head if you're gonna toe-to-toe with this guy. You need to be... what's the word? Catch him off guard with your perfect logic and reasoning to counter his, that is. Being emotional is not gonna get you anywhere, but I guess it doesn't matter. I'll stick with this one.
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
Yeah, the Council is not gonna help us, but what do we do now?
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
The Shadow Broker?
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
Ooh, that might be more interesting to pursue as well. Interesting.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
Killing innocents doesn't end wars. It causes them.
I know how the world works, Commander. Sometimes you're forced to make unpleasant decisions, but only if there's no other way. Saren doesn't even look for another option. He's twisted, broken. He likes the violence, the killing. And he knows how to cover his tracks.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street. They want us to expand and settle unstable regions like the Skillian Verge and the Attican Traverse. But when we run into trouble, they don't want to help us out. Everyone knows it's only a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
I hate to break it to you, but that's how pretty much most of politics work. No one wants to help out anyone else because it means they have to waste resources, money, maybe manpower, depending on what it is. It's just not advantageous to them unless there's some other gain to have. Like, I don't know, maybe on the territory they might find something like resources that they need for something else. I don't know, different reasons. But most of the time, nah, no one cares. That's just politics. Sorry to break it to you. I can say either we're too independent or why do we bother? I mean, I understand the significance because you do get maybe more access to certain goods, trades, amenities, maybe access to certain things as well. Well, yeah, amenities, pretty much the same thing. And stuff like that. But there's nothing wrong with being independent, though. It really depends on what's your current structure of the government, policies, and how do they exactly match up with anything else that you interact with or stuff like that. It really is dependent on that because not each government is different. The needs are different too and stuff like that. So I don't really want to say any of these, but sure, let's maybe let's go with this one.
Maybe they'd let us join the Council if we were more willing to cooperate with the other species.
Of course they would. If we did everything they told us to, they'd love to have us on the Council. But it wouldn't be much of a deal for us. I understand their side. They don't want us dominating the Council. It's founded on cooperation and alliances. But we have to look out for our own interests too.
Yep.
Who cares if we get a seat on the Council? What's the big deal?
If the Council passes a ruling on an interstellar matter, we have to follow it. We don't have the fleets or political allies to defy them. Once we get a seat on the Council, we'll be able to influence those rulings, protect our own interests. No more jumping through hoops whenever we want something. Take this mess we're in now. If humanity had a seat on the Council, we'd just send the Citadel fleet out to take care of Saren and his Geth. Problem solved.
Perhaps. But maybe things are far more complicated than than you think. Let's see, I forgot which one I asked. Or did I not ask any of them? Probably I forgot to.
Our ambassador doesn't seem to get along with the Council.
He's just frustrated. The Council's always preaching that we need to be part of the galactic community. But for them, it's a one-way street.
Oh yeah, I
they
think
want
I
us
did.
to expand and settle
Yeah, okay,
Everyone
we
knows
went through
it's
this.
only
Sorry.
a matter of time until we get a seat on the Council. The ambassador just thinks it should happen sooner rather than later. And I agree.
You don't think much of Harkin.
The guy joined CSEC about 20 years ago. He's been an embarrassment to our species ever since. roughing up suspects in custody, bribery accusations, alcohol and drug use. The embassy used to step in when he got in trouble. But I guess enough was enough.
Guy's a scumbag. He should have been cut loose a long time ago.
He was one of the first human CSEC officers. Guess it would have looked bad if he got fired. A lot of backroom deals were worked out over the years to keep him on the force. Politics is a dirty business sometimes, but it looks like his time's run out. We've got enough humans in CSEC now to stop protecting him.
What do you mean sometimes? It's dirty all the time. Like, have you ever heard of an oxymoron called honest politician? Perfect. It's practically non-existent. If they do exist, there's very little of them. Most of them are dirty in some way. You think it's any different over here too? Oh boy.
I thought this embassy was supposed to help humans.
Harkin may be human, but he's also an ass. He's had more than his share of chances. If the embassy wasn't protecting him, he would have been fired 15 years ago. CSEC is better off without him.
I thought this embassy was supposed to help humans.
Wait, did
Harkin may be human, but
Oh, sorry.
if the embassy wasn't protecting him, he would have been fired 15
My
years
brain is
ago.
like, yeah, I
CSEC
hear
is
you.
better off without him.
But my brain is like, it's just slow today. I keep thinking, did I actually click on this or not? I forget. Like, one problem with the dialogue in this game is that sometimes, for some reason, in Mass Effect games, it just turns off my brain. I think it might be related to the Paragon Renegade stuff, because also oftentimes what you click is not what Shepard actually says. And I think it just turns off my brain whenever I have to interact with the dialogue system, so I forget what the hell I clicked on. I apologize for that. Spectres, right.
I want to know more about the Spectres.
They're not your typical government agency. They tend to work alone, behind the scenes. They take care of problems the Council can't. It's not easy preserving peace across an entire galaxy. The Council prefers to use diplomacy and negotiation. But sometimes more extreme measures are needed.
How do they decide who becomes a Spectre?
You can't just apply to join. There's no training program. Spectres aren't made. They're born. The Council's always looking for exceptional individuals. People who can get the job done, like you. They've been watching you for years. They see something in you. They want you on their side. Nihilus was supposed to give them a final recommendation, but with him gone, things are still up in the air.
What's their command structure like?
There is no command structure. Each Spectre answers directly to the Council. Sometimes they're sent on specific missions. Other times, they act on their own. They tend to operate outside the law, do whatever it takes to accomplish their goals. The Council just turns a blind eye. Spectres have a lot of power, Shepard.
Am I imagining, or did his voice sounded different than the rest of the dialogue? I wonder if it kind of came with the DLCs and such. Perhaps. I don't know, it just sounded different.
They sound like shadow operatives.
Everything about them is classified. We don't even know how many there are. The latest Alliance estimate puts their numbers under 100. But the Council couldn't do its job without them. They're the Citadel's top agents, the last line of defense, the final option before open war. The entire galaxy respects and fears them. If a Spectre shows up, you know something big is about to happen.
What happens when a Spectre goes rogue, like Saren?
It doesn't happen often. The Council is careful when they select their candidates. But when something does go wrong, there's usually only one solution. Send another Spectre to bring the rogue agent down.
But what if that one also goes rogue? You gotta, send another one to hunt after the two? Interesting. Let's talk about this Shadow Broker you mentioned before.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
He's a necessary evil of galactic politics. Buying and selling information is a part of the game, and the Shadow Broker just happens to be the best player on the field. Always sells to the highest bidder. Doesn't get involved in politics, doesn't pick sides. A simple system, but it works. He's not a threat to anyone, not directly. He's just a resource we can use, or she is. Or maybe they are. Nobody really knows.
I believe this is the exact same question we asked before.
Tell me about Barla Vaughn.
He specializes in moving large sums of money without leaving a paper trail. A financial genius, doesn't do anything illegal, but he knows all the loopholes. He's got an impressive client list. Ambassadors, diplomats, specters. That's probably why the Shadow Broker uses him.
And I believe that's about it, really. That's all we can talk with Captain Anderson. So, I bid you farewell, my good sir. Well, we are gonna be trying to solve this mission and get Saren. At least get him revoked of his Spectre status.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Oh, I'll make sure to visit if I find anything. Now we got some codex pages again. Oh, this time around about the non-council races, but...
The Geth are a humanoid race.
The Keepers.
When the Asari discovered the Citadel, they also discovered the Keepers. A docile, multi-limbed insect race that seemingly exists only to maintain and repair the Great Prothean Station. Early attempts to communicate with or study the Keepers were failures, and it is now illegal to interfere with or impede Keeper activity. Because they are completely non-threatening, Keepers have become virtually invisible to everyone else. Similarly, they seem indifferent to other species, except for their tendency to help new arrivals integrate themselves into the Citadel. No matter how many Keepers die due to old age, violence, or accident, they maintain a constant number. No one has discovered the source of new Keepers, but some hypothesize they are genetic constructs. Biological androids created somewhere deep in the inaccessible core of the Citadel itself.
Well, to be honest, that does make sense, because they don't seem to have any social interaction. They kind of seem robotic, in a sense that they're just there to do their task, and that's all they exist for. That's pretty sad, though. But they do come across as biological robots, if you want to call it that. We did get some council races updates.
The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel. When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
Such a weird concept, but it's interesting that that's how their race operates.
The second species to join the Citadel, the Solarians, are warm-blooded amphibians with a hyperactive metabolism. Solarians think fast, talk fast, and move fast. To Solarians, other species seem sluggish and dull-witted. Unfortunately, their metabolic speed leaves them with a relatively short lifespan. Solarians over the age of 40 are a rarity. The Solarians were responsible for advancing the development of the primitive Krogan species to use as soldiers during the Rachni Wars. They were also behind the creation of the genophage bioweapon the Turians used to quell the Krogan rebellions several centuries later. Solarians are known for their observational capability and non-linear thinking. This manifests as an aptitude for research and espionage. They are constantly experimenting and inventing, and it is generally accepted that they always know more than they are letting on.
Also an interesting concept, or rather, species. Their lifespan is awfully short, though. Wow. Like, I can't imagine, like, how in the world, like, they did mention that they perceive everyone as sluggish and slow, but it must be really weird, like, to think about like to actually place yourself in their shoes and to think through their perspective regarding how they perceive the world. That's just also interesting for the Asari too, because they have very long lifespan. Everyone else must seem like children to them at this point, especially the Salarians with their 40 years of lifespan. Interesting. We can also now explore the Galactic Citadel and Galactic Government.
The Citadel is an ancient deep space station,
Although,
presumably constructed by the The Council is an executive committee composed of representatives from the Asari Republics, the Turian Hierarchy, and the Solarian Union. Though they have no official power over the independent governments of other species, the Council's decisions carry great weight throughout the galaxy. No single Council race is strong enough to defy the other two, and all have a vested interest in compromise and cooperation. Each of the Council species has general characteristics associated with the various aspects of governing the galaxy. The Asari are typically seen as diplomats and mediators. The Solarians gather intelligence and information. The Turians provide the bulk of the military and peacekeeping forces. Any species granted an embassy on the Citadel is considered an associate member, bound by the accords of the Citadel Conventions. Associate members may bring issues to the attention of the Council, though they have no input on the decision. The Human Systems Alliance became an associate member of the Citadel in 2165.
And I forgot whether we actually did the Citadel one or not. If not, I'll do it in the next episode, and I'll apologize for that. There's more about the technology side of things, like
is the ability of rare.
This one.
A virtual intelligence is an advanced form of user interface software. VIs use a variety of methods to simulate natural conversation, including an audio interface and an avatar personality to interact with. Although a VI can provide a convincing emulation of sentience, they are not self-aware, nor can they learn or take independent action. VIs are used as operating systems on commercial and home computers. Minimal VI agents are also available. Agents are compact and specialized. Some serve as personal secretaries, filtering calls and scheduling meetings based on user-defined priorities. Others are advanced search engines, propagating themselves across the extranet to collate user-requested data. Commercial VIs in a variety of stock personalities are available at any software retailer. Boutique firms and hobbyists also build unique VIs to personal specification. Although software emulation of living personalities is illegal, reconstructions of famous historical figures are common.
I mean, makes sense, sort of like as a mechanism for keeping the history, or perhaps in some regards the personality of those known historical figures. That's an interesting idea. I think I might have heard it or seen it in some video game. It's been a long time though, so I don't recall.
Mass relays are feats of Prothean engineering advanced far beyond the technology of any living species. They are enormous structures scattered throughout the stars and can create corridors of virtually mass-free space, allowing instantaneous transit between locations separated by years or even centuries of travel using conventional FTL drives. Primary mass relays can propel ships thousands of light years, often from one spiral arm of the galaxy to another. However, they have fixed one-to-one connections. A primary relay connects to one other primary relay and nowhere else. Secondary relays can only propel ships across a few hundred light years. However, they are omnidirectional. A secondary relay can send a ship to any other relay within its limited range. There are many dormant primary relays whose corresponding twins have not yet been located. These are left inactive until their partner is charted, as established civilizations are unwilling to blindly open a passage that might connect them to a hostile species.
Makes sense. And I think this might be it for now. I mean, there's this part, Citadel Station Presidium Ring. That's about the location that we are gonna be exploring for now. But I mean, it's pretty much just the basic part about it, but sure, maybe I can read it if my reading is not too terrible. The ring is already messed up. I am so sorry. The ring is an enclosed loop of park-like space serving as a connection point for the wards. I assume the wards are these ones, actually, by the way. Just FYI. The interior walls are lined with the embassies of influential species and private residences for Galaxy's elite. It does make sense. It looks a little too clean and pristine. So, yeah, considering that if the elites are the ones who reside on the Presidium, yeah, makes sense. The Presidium is full of open-air restaurants, bars, and luxurious meeting places. Gravity is about 1/3 or Earth normal. A holographic sky is projected over the ceiling of the ring. Unlike that, oh, maybe that explains the weird sort of like, how to say, like you saw the sky, how it sort of warps around? I guess that's what it is. It's actually the projection of the enclosed ceiling or something. Unlike the 24/7 bustle of the wards, the Presidium maintains a 20-hour day schedule with a 6-hour night where lights are dimmed and the sky goes through a night cycle. Offices and residencies are often open to the interior. It is not unusual for embassies to have no exterior wall at all. This does not cause a crime problem due to the heavy CSEC presence and ubiquitous monitoring devices on the Presidium. Thieves are quickly identified and apprehended. The ring is the location of the Citadel's spaceports. Being closer to the center of spin, there is less motion for a ship to match, and the reduced spin gravity makes handling cargo easier. Hundreds of ships pass through the Citadel every day, and every species with an embassy is granted a private dock. That's why we have an alliance-based dock for humanity. The tower at the center of the ring holds the administration of the Citadel Council. The tower rises over 1 kilometer from the ring, appearing to thrust forward parallel to the ward's arms, as the tower is at the center of the spin axis. And I apologize, I'm gonna turn off my phone so that it doesn't bother anybody. It experiences little centrifugal force. Gravity is maintained using mass effect fields at a 90-degree angle to the ring and wards. A consular dock can be found at the base of the tower. While normally used for diplomatic couriers and Spectre business, the shuttle docked here can evacuate the consul government in an emergency. Okay, makes sense, pretty much. And that's all I'm willing to go through the reading for now. Where did we come from? I don't know, actually.
So, this is where the council passes judgment on all us little folk, huh? Ever get the feeling we're in over our heads, Commander?
Maybe slightly?
What are those, cherry trees?
Well, to be honest, actually not slightly, very much so. Considering that they're putting a lot of burden on our shoulders. And the fact that we've seen that beacon too, that must have been putting quite a stress on Shepard.
I bet all these staircases aren't just for show. They make for good defensive positions if this place is ever attacked.
Perhaps.
What are those, cherry trees?
Not sure, maybe.
I bet all these staircases
Okay, bye.
This is it. The very heart of the Citadel, the pinnacle of galactic power. Kinda makes your head spin if you think about it too much. I like that fountain. It's very soothing. You sure have to climb a lot of stairs to reach the council. Think that's supposed to be symbolic of their importance?
No, but maybe, I think I might agree maybe perhaps with Ashley more. It's good for defenses. I mean, all you have to do is perch up somewhere over here behind the walls and you see most of the court in here. Or, well, the courtyard.
I like that fountain. It's very soothing.
Okay, you're done. Okay, you're done. He likes his fountains, guys. That's pretty much what he says. Well, not really, but you know. I'm just kidding. I don't think there's anything important over here. At least not that I see. Yeah, no, I don't see anything. So we're gonna go downstairs. Perhaps there's some people. And I'm pretty sure there's some people that may have opened up for dialogue. Most of the quests get unlocked after you visit the tower, really. Nothing here. Hey, Ashley, we lost Caden already. Oh, wait, no, he's here. He's just hiding behind the wall. Ah, see, look at that. There is something new. That guy wasn't here before. He just magically appeared next to a...
Up to something.
What guy?
The one over by the keeper.
Yeah, he probably is. I mean, the keeper looked comatose before. Now it actually makes sense why he looks like that.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind. Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
We're just talking. Is there something wrong with that?
No. I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
Well, technically we're not supposed to disturb the Keepers. I don't really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
Sure, let me look into it for you.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I don't even know who you are.
Well, I am with the Alliance. We don't really have a council place. Maybe that will work?
I'm Commander Shepard with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Trying to learn whatever I can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so little about them. I'm a scientist. I want to know what makes them tick.
Makes sense, considering what we found out about the Solarians.
What are you doing with the data once you've scanned it?
Oh, sorry, my bad. Again, my brain turned off.
I want to know what makes them tick.
I should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
And off he disappears. Should I scan you then? We also seen someone up there too. Okay. Let's see. There was somebody over here, I swear. Ah, I see ya. I see ya over there, you little bugger. Oh wow, not pun intended, because he's kind of a buggish. Oh, I just noticed that. Sure. Anyone else on this side? Nope. Let's check the other side just to be safe. Oh, look at that. Someone is up there. Probably one of those diplomats or something. Ambassadors. Yabbity yabbity ya. Okay, nothing here. Right, so now we're gonna be scanning Keepers as we find them. We gotta scan a whole bunch of those. And if I believe, how many do we need? Unusual readings. Wait, no, not that. 2 out of 20. Okay, 18 more to go. Oh, look at that, a new person.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants.
Anything else? I guess not.
Commander?
Oh, he doesn't want to talk. Okay, never mind then. There's another one. No one over here to chat with. They all are pretty silent. That's kind of, somewhat creepy, I guess. But it is what it is. Now, do I recall any other keepers in the area? Aha! There you are. There's a whole bunch of them in the Citadel, but I believe that's...
The Volus won't be joining the Council for years.
I'm not so sure. The humans are making a strong push, and you can bet the Volus will be right on their coattails if they succeed.
Allowing the humans to join us is a sound strategic move. But the Volus? No. The Hanar are likely to be next, then the Elcor.
You may be right, though the Hanar need to lighten up a bit first.
You just don't like them because you have trouble understanding them.
The Hanar, that's a new species, and also the Elcor too. But we'll find out about them. There is an entry on the Volus, if you noticed, but I didn't click on it because we haven't actually met a Volus. And I think I'd rather actually activate that entry once we do meet one. Anyways, might be a good time.
But I wouldn't believe everything you hear.
That's just it. I'm hearing it everywhere. It's not just isolated rumors.
Do you really think Saren could be involved in something like that without the Council knowing it?
Maybe the Council does know. Everyone already assumes he's just doing their dirty work.
That's dangerous talk. I'd be careful who you mention that to.
I know. But if it's true, shouldn't we be doing something about it?
No. And I'll thank you to keep me out of it if you do.
Ah, interesting. Something new I overheard. Right. So I'll be walking for now to make sure we get good quests. Or rather, not that it is about good quests, it's more like just quests in generally. They can sometimes appear in places that you've been to before, so it's good from time to time to walk around and revisit places.
I can't believe the Council ignored all the evidence against Saren.
Saren's one of their best operatives. It's only natural they take his word over ours.
Oh, so now we just chase leads while this smug Turian runs around with his Geth troopers.
That's politics, Chief.
I hate politics.
I don't think anyone likes them. Not really. Okay, there's the other keeper. Now...
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Yeah, I know. I know, Avina. Now, I did want to go to Barlavan. Ah, yeah, he's God. I accidentally pressed the wrong thing. He's right across from us. All the way here. I do want to see if there's any quest real... Oh, well, there's a keeper over there. Oh, there you go. There's a...
I've told you before, you're not allowed in here.
This?
This one believes it has the right to move freely through this area.
You're creating a public disturbance. It's against Citadel regulations.
This one is unsure why the other would not wish word of the Enkindlers to be spread.
Enkindlers. Well, this is the Hanar, guys. They look like strange beings with tentacles as for legs. Although, I feel like they're partially floating, actually. I'm not really sure, but it feels and looks weird. But this is our first, I guess, quest. Let's talk to this CSEC officer.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
I could tell him to be open-minded, but I can also be like, what's the problem, Chief? Sure.
You should be more tolerant. It's just trying to express its beliefs.
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
Ah, so there I assume he doesn't have one. I mean, he just said it too.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
Why don't you just arrest the Hanar?
I could arrest the jelly, but my superior has requested that I find a solution that does not anger the Hanar. The Hanar become vocal when they feel their religious beliefs are being suppressed.
Sorry, you actually called him the jelly. I mean, he does feel kind of jelly-ish, but I didn't actually expect you to say it. Wow.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
I can talk to it, I think.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try.
Yep, also I should probably check, Oh, dang, I'm too low. I might be too low for this Hanar, actually. I mean, I could come back later a little bit and then persuade when I have higher charm. But we'll see, we'll see. Okay. I need more Paragon points, man. Let's talk with you. And we'll find out for sure if I'm good to persuade you.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
Oh my gosh, whatever is your head, it's glowing when you telepathically speak, I guess. I guess that's what's happening. Actually, how in the world are you even talking? You know what? I don't even know how you even move. Maybe he's like a biotic or something. Maybe he had too much of this element 0 EZO or whatever. This isn't the way, you're breaking the law. Having trouble?
Why is the CSEC officer harassing you?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
If that's all the CSEC officer wants, why not just buy the permit?
The truth of the Enkindlers is universal. This one humbly believes that the truth should not be suppressed. Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation of this one's religious freedom.
So you're breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now?
The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
Who are the Enkindlers?
Your people know them as the Protheans. They are the true creators of this one's people. The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech.
Interesting, so you have more close ties with the Protheans. Huh, peculiar. You know, I might actually say before I say anything.
Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation.
This one would be most grateful for the assistance. Please let this one know if success is achieved.
Okay, let me say before I actually speak with you.
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language, and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
I just noticed his tail does light up, but... Ah, man, I'm too low. I guess I'll come back later.
I'll be back.
This one will continue to spread its message.
Let me just double check.
Has the CSEC officer been
Okay.
assuaged?
Not yet.
I'll keep working on it.
This one will continue to spread its
Okay, you're
message.
not gonna go anywhere, so that's good for me. Okay, so I'll have to come back later when I raise my Paragon. How much till... Oh, I think I'm very close to raising it, perhaps. My Renegade also kind of went up. Damn. Okay, there's another Keeper. Oh, this is to the wards, rapid transit. We'll see if we find anything else or anybody else. Oh, the financial district. The Presidium Financial District is located across this bridge. Here you will find the Emporium, Bank, and Concert Chambers, whatever that is. The concert... Wonder what they do. Like an advisor? Or something else? Right, I'm on the other side. Where am I? Okay, I'm actually not that far. I just need to go to the left. Although I am curious, am I gonna find any quest givers across the bridge? I don't remember all the quests, so forgive me if I do. Oh, okay, I don't think you're a quest giver. Okay, never mind. More directions. Okay, this is towards... there's Bar Lavan, and he looks very different from what we typically, well, interact with. He is a Volus, my friends, and now I can actually go to, oh, there's more updates. Oh, the Hanar probably got updated too.
The Geth, the Hanar, are a Citadel species known for excessive politeness. They speak with scrupulous precision and take offense at improper language. Hanar that expect to deal with other species take special courses to help them unlearn their tendency to take offense at improper speech.
Wow.
All Hanar have two names. The face name is known to the world. The soul name is kept for use among close friends and relations. Hanar never refer to themselves in the first person in conversation with someone they know on a face name basis. To do so is considered egotistical. So instead they refer to themselves as this one, or the impersonal it. Their homeworld, Kajay, has 90% ocean cover and orbits an energetic white star, resulting in a permanent blanket of cloud. Due to the presence of Prothean ruins on the world, many Hanar worship them, and Hanar myths often speak of an elder race that civilized them by teaching them language.
Interesting. It makes sense though. It makes sense why they are structured the way they are, like tentacle-ish, jelly-like, because of their world is comprised practically of, well, water, I guess. It says ocean, but I wonder if they mean water or is it some other type of material. I assume it's water. But anyway, it does explain their structure and I guess why they're built or look the way they do. They probably live underwater most of their life.
The Volus are a member species of the Citadel with their own embassy, but they are also a client race of the Turians. Centuries ago, they were voluntarily absorbed into the hierarchy, effectively trading their mercantile prowess for Turian military protection. Erun, their homeworld, lies far beyond the normal life zone of its star. However, the world has a high-pressure greenhouse atmosphere that traps enough heat to support an ammonia-based biochemistry. As a result, the Volus must wear pressure suits and breathers when dealing with other species, as conventional nitrogen-oxygen air mixtures are poisonous to them, and in the low-pressure atmospheres tolerable to most species, their flesh will actually split open. Volus culture is tribal, bartering lands and even people to gain status. This culture of exchange inclines them to economic pursuits. It was the Volus who authored the Unified Banking Act, and they continue to monitor and balance the Citadel economy.
So they're primarily a species built on financial power, structure, economical gain. Got it. Got it. They're the money keepers, basically. Oh, did I get an update over here?
The Citadel is an ancient... The Council is an executive...
But I already went through this.
The Council is an executive...
Weird, okay. Guess it got bugged a little. But yes, he's a Volus. Let's chat with him.
What's this? One of the Earth Clan. Ah, a very famous one, yes? You are the one called Shepard. The tale of how you survived the great tragedy on Akuz is truly remarkable. I am amazed each time I hear it.
You've got me at a disadvantage here.
Forgive me, Earth Clan. My name is Bar Lavan. My job makes it necessary for me to keep informed. I am a financial advisor to many important clients here on the Citadel. When someone as important as yourself arrives on the station, I take notice.
I heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepard. But you're right. I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. And I do know something about Saren.
I hear your information can be expensive.
Normally, this information would cost a small fortune. But these are exceptional circumstances. So I am going to give it to you for free.
What's the catch?
There is no catch. The Shadow Broker is quite upset with Saren right now. They used to do a lot of business, until Saren turned on him.
That's what happens when you deal with a traitor like Saren.
No matter what you think of Saren, he's not stupid. He knows the Shadow Broker is a valuable ally. Turning on him doesn't make sense. Not unless something huge was at stake. I don't know the details, but the Shadow Broker hired a freelancer to deal with it. A Krogan mercenary.
A Krogan? Anything else?
That's not much to go on.
I just told you that the most famous Spectre in the galaxy betrayed the Shadow Broker. Quite a bargain, considering the price. Speak with the Krogan if you want to learn more. I heard he was paying a visit to Citadel security. If you hurry, you might catch him before he leaves the Academy.
Isn't it strange that a Krogan would want to speak with C-Sec?
Very. However, I doubt the visit was entirely his choice. You'll need to speak with him if you want to know more.
Okay, so we have two leads. Harkin and the Krogan. Got it.
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls completely within the bounds of interstellar commerce law. Even so, many of my clients would prefer their transactions remain undisclosed. For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador was petitioning the Council to reduce tariffs on Hanar goods. How would it look if he had money invested in a Hanar exporting company? Even if his true motives were to help his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain. I can keep his personal finances private.
Still sounds shady to me.
Then we can only hope he will never be cursed with a large enough fortune to require my services.
Perhaps. Which one? God, I forgot which one I already asked. I think it may have been the personal question.
Tell me more about your job.
Galactic finance is incredibly... I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone...
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
Most people think I deal in finances, but my real currency is knowledge. I trade information, and it has made me very wealthy. But the Shadow Broker is the true master. Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments, always giving them to the highest bidder. Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
Any guess what his identity might be?
I don't know. Nobody does. The Shadow Broker could be any race, any gender. I have a theory that it's actually an entire group working under one identity. How else could they juggle so many contacts at the same time? How else could they keep all that information from getting crossed? But they've got the perfect setup. Every government is forced to play their game so they don't get behind. But no matter how long you play, no matter how many secrets you buy, you can never win.
I thought you'd know more about the man you work for.
From time to time, I come across information I sell to the Shadow Broker. That's my only involvement. I like it that way. The more you know, the more dangerous the game becomes. I don't like danger, Commander. I'll leave that to you.
What's it like living here on the Citadel?
The station is, without a doubt, the greatest wonder in the galaxy. It is a technological marvel, but its true splendor goes much deeper than the hull and engines. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All the species of Citadel spaced together in a single, strong community.
What makes the Presidium so special?
It is the political center of Citadel space. 80% of all intelligent species in the known galaxy acknowledge the Council's authority on interstellar matters. But only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People like us.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens from dozens of different species. You never know what you'll find down in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises. Fortunately, most of them are pleasant.
Good to know, but I guess it's a mixed bag is pretty much what you're saying.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
So we do have information. We can go with that. And we do have to visit Harkin. I think I found the first trading spot. Oh, he's a Hanar. The shopkeep.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
What exactly do you sell?
Only the finest and most luxurious items that credits can buy. This one is able to procure almost any item the human would desire, for a price, naturally.
Why do you refer to yourself as this one and it?
For the same reason that humans are so inquisitive. It is part of our culture. Specifically, Hanar only refer to themselves in the first person with family or intimates. And we rarely do so with other species. It is just our way.
Who are you?
This one's face name is...
sorry.
Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Okay, I accidentally said it again, but sure, let's see what you have.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
So, okay, he has upgrades, standard items, or non-human armors. Well, let's see standard items. Now, it's gonna be a good idea to start purchasing these licenses that we did get notified about by the... forget the guy's name. The one who is right... the one who hangs out around the tank Mako thingy-majiggy. We don't have that much money, but it's a good idea to start purchasing these. But he's primarily very expensive. Let me check
Commander,
any other licenses.
Show me your items.
They do get up, they do pop in here and there. Let's see, we have, ooh. He meant, okay, by upgrades he meant like weapon upgrades and armor, got it. Recoil damper. Those ones are really good, but ay. Expensive. Yeah, not affordable at the moment. Let's see if there's anything else for me to explore in here. Oh, there's an upstairs. Ah! Good thing I came in here. To find a keeper and... nothing else, really. These guys are clustered over there. And these guys are just hanging out. Oh, another one. Now there's an upstairs. Maybe there might be some over here. Although I kind of doubt it. Unless it's in that building. Ah.
That's nothing. I've had my office rearranged 5 times now.
5 times? But why? What do they want?
How should I know? It's not like Keepers offer an explanation for what they're doing.
And yet, everyone just lets them go on doing whatever it is they do.
What choice do we have? If you try to stop them, they just shut down and another one replaces it.
Just strange that we know so little about them.
Not to mention frustrating.
Yeah, it is a little strange. You'd think that people would actually investigate who they are, what they do. What if, you know, because you don't know, like, what was their motive? Sure, you see that they seem to be upkeeping this place, but what's the end goal? Ooh, look at that. Caden's like, And there's another Avina over here. I bet this is the last one. Yep, this is the last Avina of this place.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 3. Here in the financial district, a number of businesses offer various goods and services to their exclusive clientele. The statue you see before you was commissioned to honor the Krogan soldiers who gave their lives to protect Citadel space during the Rachni Wars. In the aftermath of the Krogan rebellions, several embassies petitioned to have the statue removed. However, this motion was eventually quashed by the Council.
Tell me more about the Krogan rebellions.
In recognition of their efforts during the Rachni Wars, the Krogan were granted several new colony worlds by the Council. Over the next 400 years, the Krogan species began to expand. Blessed with an extremely high birth rate, their numbers began to swell. Faced with a critical overpopulation crisis, the Krogan started a violent colonization of nearby worlds inhabited by other Council species. The Krogan rebellions had begun. For a full century, the Council and its member species fought to bring the Krogan under control. With the aid of the newly discovered Turian Empire, they were ultimately successful.
You needed the Krogan to stop the Rachni, then you needed the Turians to stop the Krogan. So who's gonna stop the Turians?
I am sorry, but that question is beyond my programming parameters. The Turians are members of the Citadel Council. They are not a threat to galactic peace.
Not yet.
Why did the Council fight so hard to keep the statue?
The Krogan were instrumental in saving the galaxy from the Rachni threat. The Council believed this historical fact should not be forgotten. The Council also hoped that preserving the memorial would improve diplomatic relations with the Krogan and bring about a peaceful resolution to the rebellions. Unfortunately, the Krogan refused to negotiate and only surrendered after their population and homeworlds had been ravaged by the Turians.
Serves them right. I don't know if I want to say... I already made some decisions that I probably shouldn't have said, or not decisions, rather, some dialogue options for the sake of getting information. I'm not sure I want to say that yet, though.
What were the Rachni Wars?
Nearly 2,200 years ago, explorers seeking to expand Citadel space opened up mass relays leading to systems controlled by the Rachni. A highly intelligent and aggressive insect race, the Rachni unleashed a war of conquest against the rest of the galaxy that lasted for nearly 3 centuries. The emergence of the Krogan finally turned the tide in favor of the Citadel species. Krogan forces provided the numbers necessary to halt the Rachni advance and drive them back. The Krogan then pursued their retreating fleets. Able to survive the harsh environments of the Rachni homeworlds, the Krogan hunted their enemy to extinction.
Was it really necessary to wipe them out?
I am sorry, but a value judgment of that nature goes beyond my programming.
Cool, bye.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day.
And I think my codex updated probably in regards to the Krogan, but I think I want to first meet a Krogan. But anyway, when I said not yet for the Turians, I mean anything can happen in the next hundreds of years. Things change. Life is always an uphill, a downhill. Needs, values, beliefs, they also change. Now, going away from that, we are approaching the concert chambers. Might as well explore. Why not?
Welcome. I am Nelina. I don't recognize you as one of our expected clients today. Would you like me to see when the consort will be able to meet with you?
I feel like I now know what this establishment is. Based on her outfit, it has some other probably services of nature that I'm surprised to see that everyone approves.
Can't I just go in?
I'm afraid not. Yeah, you must understand there are many who seek the consort services. But if you wish to leave your name, she'll make every effort to meet with you.
What do you do here, Nelina?
I'm one of the consort's acolytes. Many of the people here today will not see the consort, but they expect to be attended to just the same. It's our job to ensure that they leave contented.
Interesting phrasing.
What exactly do you attend to?
Well, each acolyte has her unique abilities. Some soothe with song, others with conversation. As much as possible, we seek to match the needs of our clients to the skills of our acolytes. My specialty is touch. My fingertips can find every tension point in your body and relieve it.
Not interested, I'll be honest with you.
I think I'm done here.
Oh, well, I hope you'll return again in the future. We always enjoy seeing new clients.
Nelina.
Wait. Yes, Shaira?
Send the commander up to see me. I wish to speak with her.
Yes, of course, mistress. Huh. It appears the consort has taken notice of you. She'd like to meet with you now.
I guess if it's just to talk.
Where do I go?
Just head upstairs. She'll be waiting for you.
Also, I didn't finish talking.
Still awaits your visit.
Damn it, I wasted my chance to ask more questions. Bah, I'm angry at myself. Oh well. But yeah, some questionable things, I guess.
I'm a little nervous.
That's understandable. Many are a little unsure what to expect their first time.
Don't get me wrong. I've only heard good things about the consort. It's just...
The unknown forces us out of our comfort zone. It forces us to be vulnerable.
Exactly. That's just what I was thinking.
Good. Then we are ready to begin.
This is my first time. I can't believe I didn't come sooner.
Welcome. It is a pleasure to see you.
Wait.
I'd spend all day here if I could.
Please, relax and enjoy yourself.
I see even the humans find the consort irresistible. An hour here is better than a year on leave. If only I could afford to come more often.
Why do their voices sometimes come across as muffled?
No questions now. I'm trying to relax. I see even the humans find the consort irresistible.
He's recycling. And I feel like there is even is she a human consort as well? Interesting. Or not, I guess. Anything else from you?
Isn't this place terrific? This is the most relaxed I've been in days. This is my first time.
Okay.
Human military? You'll enjoy it here, I think. At ease, officer. This is a place of peace.
Mm-hmm. Ah, well, there's a human one.
You're with the Alliance? My brother's a private back on Earth.
The consort is a wonderful person. She has quite a gift. You're with the Alliance?
Okay.
My brother's a private. That's all right.
Recycling. Got it. Got it. I guess we should speak with the concert. Oh boy. I should probably save before doing anything. There's Shaira. And there's nothing else to look at or loot, so...
That is close enough, Commander. I've heard a great many things about you since your arrival here in our citadel.
What exactly do you do?
That depends on your needs. I offer advice to some, comfort to others. I have a certain problem that could use your expertise.
Maybe I can help.
I have a friend, Septimus, a retired Turian general. I won't discuss the details, but he wanted me to be more than I could be. We had a falling out. Now he spends his days in Korra's den, drinking and spreading lies about me. If you would speak to him as a fellow soldier, I believe he will listen to you and let the matter be.
Can you, like, not get physical, though? Thank you. I would really appreciate that. Because I'm here on business, not anything else, lady. Well, get your mind out of the gutter.
What happened between you?
I respect his privacy too much to go into the details. If he wishes to tell you what happened, that is his prerogative.
Sure, I'll see what I can do, I guess.
What exactly do you want me to tell him?
Appeal to his sense of honor. Remind him of his position as a general. If you can convince him to stop spreading lies about me, I would be very grateful. Now I must ask you to take your leave. I have many clients waiting to see me.
This is such a weird conversation, at least for me personally, like the way... not the conversation, but just the way the scene played out, to me is just bizarre. I mean, she's an Asari, so to them it doesn't matter who you are, I guess, in regards to finding compatibility, but to me it's just very weird.
Please, Commander. I ask that you return to me only after you have spoken with...
Okay, bye. I'm just gonna leave you. Oh my god. Not really enjoying that. So I guess when needed, they're partially prostitutes, essentially. That explains the outfit. Okay, so... You know, I actually forgot to look where I'm gonna go to. I think I actually want to go to Harkin first and then maybe visit CSEC. However, I do want to explore the embassy because we did not do that. There's also this way that we haven't went. Ooh, interesting. Well, there's a keeper. I'll skip everybody for now. Oh, I can access their archive. And I get a codex for it. I don't know what it's for exactly. Unfortunately. I might have to wait a little. Oh wait, but there was more on the extinct races.
50,000. Though now extinct, the Rachni once threatened every species in Citadel space. Over 2,000 years ago, explorers foolishly opened a mass relay to a previously unknown system and encountered something never seen before or since, a species of spacefaring insects guided by a hive mind intelligence. Unfortunately, the Rachni were not peaceful, and the galaxy was plunged into a series of conflicts known as the Rachni Wars. Attempts to negotiate were futile, as it was impossible to make contact with the hive queens that guided the race from beneath the surface of their toxic home world. The emergence of the Krogan ended the Rachni Wars. Bred to survive the harshest environments, the Krogan were able to strike at the queens in their lairs and reclaim conquered Council worlds. But when Krogan fleets pressed them back to their homeworld, the Rachni refused to surrender, and the Krogan eradicated them from the galaxy.
So yeah, so those are the Rachni. They look very... boring. Let's see. Well, there's an Elcor. That's one of the other council races. Sorry, not council races. One of the other races that have an embassy.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you. Ah, you humans are a wonderful sight here on the Citadel. It is good to see you, human. I sincerely hope you enjoy your time here.
Very interesting manner of speech, actually. Got more codex updates. There's a diplomat.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic. Don't you just love it here? There's so much to see and do. The ambassadors here are very respectful, except for that Volus. I've met the most interesting people since I started working here.
Like who?
I can't believe I landed a
Okay,
job
never
here.
mind. You're not
This
gonna
place
tell
is
me, I guess. You're just abstractly saying some interesting people here and there. That's about it. Wait. Wrong direction. This way. I wanted to explore these few rooms over here. Ah, look! There's our Executor Palin. He was talking with Garrus. Maybe he has more info. But wait 1 second. Is there anything I can look? Ah, yes I can. I can hack something right in front of you. And you aren't gonna say anything to me. Diplomatic advisory warning. The following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring of the situation is warranted. My fellow biotic, you have been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. Few understand us, fewer tolerate us. We must stand together. We must build our own new world. Come, join us in the Hawking Era cluster. Only as one body can... only as one body can we right the wrongs done to our kind. Okay, so we got a new quest. Gotta examine what that is about.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
Who are you? Sure.
Have we met before?
No, but I know you well enough. I'm Executor Palin, head of CSEC. It's my job to know when someone like you arrives on the Citadel. Was there something you needed, Commander?
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
We're not favorites. What does that mean? I mean, yeah.
The Council treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything we get.
Good. Then fight for it. But don't expect the rest of us to just sit back and let you take it. I'm a busy man, Commander. Are we done here?
Nope.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. I've never had to break the law to do my job, not once.
Yeah, right. You expect us to believe none of your officers are corrupt?
There are over 200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. But we don't turn a blind eye to corruption like the Spectres do. We do our best to find and punish any officer who breaks the law. Spectres? They'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
The galaxy needs people like that. People who do the dirty jobs.
I agree. But they need to be held to a higher standard. They need to be accountable. Saren's out of control. We both know that. But because he's a Spectre, the Council doesn't want to do anything about it. Is that the kind of person this galaxy needs?
Not really.
But not all Spectres are like Saren.
True. But the potential is always there.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
Oh, finally I can ask you about Garrus.
Then can you tell me what you know about Garrus?
Garrus Vicarian? Good officer, very good in fact. But he needs to learn some patience. You'd think an officer of the law would be a bit more mindful of rules and regulations. Was there anything else?
He said disappeared there. It's like, dude, where's... It was funny. Just staring at your head. Awesome dialogue. I think that's about it, really.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
I think some of these dialogue can also be semi-interesting when you have certain companions with you as well. And stuff like that, but Caden and Ashley, they don't interact as much. Not really. At least not over here in Presidium.
This place seems strange. I wish there were more humans around. You have to be tough with these aliens. They won't respect you otherwise. It's good to see another human face around here. If I have to listen to another Hanar take 20 minutes to say the simplest thing, I think I'll scream. This place seems strange. I wish there were more humans around.
I gotcha.
Don't believe the rumors. The consort would never reveal her secrets.
Of course she wouldn't. She'd be tossed out the nearest airlock if she did.
I suppose. Besides, Nick, the consort's nothing like the girls back on the colonies. She's...
You don't have to do it with her. You can just talk to her if you want.
Is that all you did, Jazz? Just talk?
I didn't say that.
Ha! I bet you did too.
Shut up, Fredericks.
What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is.
So I guess that's one way you find out about the concert.
Commander, good to see you again.
I guess he was lying to his friends about the concert or something.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Okay, got it, lady. Sheesh.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
Sure.
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies. Not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
Ah, so that's entertainment.
What is Shaira's?
The consort, she entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Interesting. I should keep that in mind.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
Yep, and I immediately walk out on you. I'm pretty sure we got a whole ton of those keepers. I might get more, the more we explore. I guess it's gonna be time to actually go... The last place I want to visit, it's the embassy. Specifically, the other embassy next to Udina's office. I also might find a keeper, I think. Not in here. There's Anderson.
I understand what you're saying, but these allegations are very serious. This is serious. My reputation is at stake. I spoke with the consort in confidence, and her alone, and she betrayed that confidence. All right. I will look into it for you. In the meantime, do not do anything rash.
Okay, so there's something about the concert. There's the keeper. Let's see, let's chat with you, I guess.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
Interesting, so something else to...
Strained greeting, human. This is really not a good time.
Strained greeting. Interesting manner of speech, too. One second, maybe there's more...
You overheard that, did you?
Who's this Asari consort?
Curious. You have not heard. You must be new to the Citadel. Everyone knows Sha'ira, the consort. I cannot speak more about this problem.
Okay, he said that before.
It is too sensitive.
Good luck with your problem.
Thanks to you, human. Good day.
So it doesn't get tagged as an official quest, at least not yet.
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Sure, okay, so you're the Elcor. But first, I'm curious about your speech.
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council's space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcoming to outsiders, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
Interesting, very interesting.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the L-Corps groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
And I think that's about it.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
Now, I believe now we have the codex entry for the L-Corps.
The L-Corps are a Citadel species native to the high-gravity world Dakuna. They are massive creatures, standing on 4 muscular legs for increased stability. L-Corps move slowly, an evolved response to an environment where a fall can be lethal. This has colored their psychology, making them deliberate and conservative. L-Corps speech is ponderous and monotone. Among themselves, scent, slight movements, and sub-vocalized infrasound convey shades of meaning that make a human smile seem as subtle as a fireworks display. Since their subtlety can lead to misunderstandings with other species, the L-Corps often go out of their way to clarify when they are being sarcastic, amused, or angry. Dakuna's high gravity impedes mountain formation. Most of the world consists of flat, open plains, which prehistoric L-Corps wandered across in small family bands. Modern L-Corps still prefer open sky, and can become restless and uncomfortable on long starship journeys.
You know, it's very interesting how a lot of the races in this game, they're very believable. There was definitely so much thought put into the fact that how to say this? Like, if you look at their appearance, for instance, or their habits, their culture, it makes sense with the environment that they grew up in. Like, have they mentioned with the L-Corps that they move slowly, and it's as it mentioned over here, it's an evolved response to an environment and stuff like that. With the Volus, it's more complicated too, because they cannot survive in a lot of environments that other races thrive in, specifically the oxygen and whatever else it was, other type of gas. And I imagine perhaps because of that, they might have issues in regards to certain ways in which their society developed. Also because it said that they were primarily tribal, I think, which also forced them to have like military sort of like protection from the Turians or something like that. And they primarily work as an economic, financial-based race, or rather, I guess their government structure is kind of more like that. And it's just like it's one of those factors too. Or for instance, with what was their name again? I forget. The Solarians, for instance, how they speak so quickly. Their voices are strange because they have the sort of like I wouldn't say high pitch, but it's definitely very different from for instance when when a human speaks, you know. And although about the Solarians, we don't have as much information yet, I think, at least, unless we check over. Yeah, we don't have as much information about them really, but we will find more, by the way, as we go further in the game. And then some things about them will actually make a little more sense. But because, for instance, I imagine because their lifespans are so short and their metabolism is so high, or so, well, active, I guess, their thinking pattern is also very quick, I guess. And perhaps that's why a lot of them are more inclined towards research, sciences, that kind of thing. At least that's what I think. But anyway, it's just this level of detail that goes into creating each of the races and making them feel believable, both in terms of appearance, behaviors, cultures. I just love that about this game. It just felt like there were so many people who analyzed parts of the world, parts of cultures, parts of maybe politics as well, actually, like different aspects of society. And it was culminated into this game and all the descriptions. Because in terms of, for example, the Mass Effect, I feel like it almost logically makes sense with certain other aspects, like the Citadel, for instance. If you look at the structure, it's a combination of both the Mass Effect and Centripetal Force, which makes sense with its circular structure, with how certain buildings are designed in there and stuff like that. I don't know, I just find it so fascinating. Anyway, I want to actually be able to get to this guy over here, Din Korlak, because it's been 2 hours since I'm recording this, way past the usual time, and stuff like that. I just wanted to have more development in the storyline and the quests a little more. But anyway, so we're gonna have to finish talking with him and do more quests and investigation into Saren in the next episode. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed playing through, even though my brain was like practically dead during most of the conversations. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye!